Why are you glowing like that?
The device uses various colors to alert you to different statuses, problems, or notifications. At the moment, you have pending notifications or messages. Do you want to hear them now?
Sure.
One new notification.
Well, okay. All right. All right. Hello, what's up? It's Gokuma. Welcome to the channel. And today is going to be a short stream, but I figured, playing maybe not quite 2 hours, but playing a couple hours close to it or so, is probably good enough. Is probably good enough. Even though I didn't know what else to do. I wanted to stream for a bit, but I didn't know what else to play. I didn't know like what else I should set up. Like maybe I could try to play Splatterhouse 2, but um let's save that for next Friday 13th. Um because yeah, so yesterday I was supposed to have plans to watch Friday the 13th with people, but not many could could attend. Some people were like, oh, I don't like horror movies. Horror movies are scary. And um and the couple of people that did agree to come, they ended up um bailing like at the last minute. So to salvage my night, I ended up playing Splatterhouse. Because I didn't have any other Friday 13th games to play. There's really not that many Friday 13th games. There's like literally three. I think when I looked it up, I think it said four, but I think the fourth game is like a mobile game or something. And I think it's a mobile game for like when they try to do a reboot movie, like several years ago. But other than that, like the three like main console games is um is the there's a Friday 13th game for the NES, which I played last time. Um there was a Friday 13th. Yeah, that was an experience. And then there was a Friday 13th game that came out for the um PS4 and whatnot. But it's been like delisted, and I think like the servers went down and whatever. Um, I think it's still somewhat playable because I think you can still I think you can still play it, but it's just like everyone is bots because I don't know what the genre of game is called, but like the games are like um Dead by Daylight. Is that what it's called? But yeah, the games where like someone is like the killer or something, and then they have to go and like capture and kill like other like players. I don't know what that particular genre is called actually, but but yeah, it's in that style. I don't really play like those type of games. I did play Friday the 13th, because that seemed kind of cool and amusing, and I did play it for Friday 13th like years ago. Um, so hey, Charismatic Canine, how's it going, dude? You going? Happy Friday the 13th. Is it even Friday 13th? It's probably not, right? It's probably not Friday the 13th. Actually, I don't think it's Friday 13th anywhere right now. It's Saturday. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's Friday 13th anywhere. Now, I don't even think in the US it's Friday the 13th anymore. But happy late Friday the 13th. Um because yesterday I streamed last night, and I was talking about how I didn't have any like Friday 13th games to play, because last Friday 13th I played the fucking NES game of it. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. And it's like, oh, for 3 more minutes. Okay. So that's okay. So this is still valid. Then that means like Hawaii is still like well into, like, quite a bit well into Friday the 13th. So I'm not wrong. Somewhere in this world, it's Friday the 13th. And that's all that matters. Um but yeah, so last Friday 13th, I played the NES Friday 13th, and that game kind of sucked. It was like, it was really ambitious for like no fucking reason. And I think that only hurt themselves. In the end, it's like, could try to just make like a fucking simple ass game and put all your resources, whatever resources you had, into making just something simple and fun. Use the same logic to celebrate my birthday for like 3 days. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And even if it's like, I don't know, like nowhere on Earth, it's your birthday. Like on some other planet, it's still your birthday. Somewhere in the universe, it's still your birthday. So, um, yeah. Moment somewhere on Earth is my birthday. It's my birthday until nowhere on Earth is. All right. Um, yeah, and then so other than that, I mentioned there was the Friday 13th game that came out like on PS4 and stuff years ago, and I did play it for Friday 13th then. But the game is like delisted, but I think it's still playable if you have it. Um, it's just I don't think you can play online, or maybe you can with private servers or something. But yeah. Um yeah. And then other than that, apparently there was a Friday 13th, like, I don't know, cutesy puzzle type game or something. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll like stream it from like a YouTuber or something, cuz it seems kind of amusing. But that was delisted like a few years ago. So, and I never even knew it existed to begin with. There was like a weird chibi puzzle game that was based off the slasher flicks. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Um, but yeah, so I couldn't play that game. So then that was it. That was it for Friday 13th. Like, there's not Friday 13th does not have much in the way of representation in fighting games. Unless, what game was it? I think it was Mortal Kombat X or 10. I think people say X, but I prefer to say 10, because that's kind of what it is. 10th Mortal Kombat. Yeah, had Jason Alien. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So unless like I boot up MKX and like play as Jason, that's all that I can do. That's the only thing left I can do. So last night I made the decision to instead play the game Splatterhouse, which you may or may not heard of. And I played it for the obvious reason that you. Oh, okay. So I played it for the very obvious reason that you fucking play as a character who looks incredibly similar to Jason, except like he's not Jason. Um, and even though the mask looks a lot like a hockey mask, it's not supposed to be a hockey mask, but it still makes him look like he's wearing a hockey mask. So, um, but yeah, it was actually my first time playing the splatter, like anything Splatterhouse related. Like I knew of these games. I knew of these games when they existed, like way back when. But I don't know. I never got around to actually um to actually playing them. And the Splatterhouse games, like, really, they don't have like too many games associated to it. And it's like, I think for Namco, it's like that's just a dead franchise at this point. Um, in fact, yeah, I forgot it was even made by Namco. So, but for sure, it's like, nah, that game's a dead franchise now. And um, so I played the first Splatterhouse, which was the arcade version. The original version came out. I mean, yeah, the original version is the arcade one, but they did port it to the TurboGrafx 16. But I think it's like it. I think it's supposed to be like the same exact game. I don't think there's supposed to be like much differences. Maybe there might be differences graphically, and I think like difficulty might it might be a little bit more forgiving. But other than that, I'm pretty positive they're the same game. So I just played the original arcade version. Cheated like hell because um it's it's an arcade game, and it's meant to kill you a lot, so you can put in quarters and whatnot. And the thing also about this game that makes it different than like a lot of other arcade games, but not too different from certain other games like Ghouls and Ghosts, for example, where it's one of those type of games where it's like, okay, you start the level, you're going around, you're killing things, whatever. You lose all your health and your life, and instead of like just you like, okay, like coming back to life then and there, it's like, nah, like now you got to start back in the beginning of that area. So it's like it's one of those arcade games. So I had to um figure out like how can I cheat like hell so I can have the patience to beat this game. Because I don't I am not going to have the fucking patience to get good at Splatterhouse. I do not care. So hang on, I zone for like 2 minutes. You tell me isn't wearing a hockey mask? Technically, no. It is not supposed to be a hockey mask, despite the fact that it looks like a hockey mask. And it looks like he's wearing a fucking hockey mask, but it's not supposed to be a hockey mask. It's supposed to be like some. So the mask. All right, because I had to look up like lore about the game. Not that there's much lore, because you know how these old arcade games are. Like there's almost no story associated to it. Like most of this, like whatever story or like names of characters or anything, you might find out like somewhere written on the arcade cabinet, or maybe like it was in the manual that came with the arcade cabinet, or like if you bought it for TurboGrafx 16, I'm sure the instruction manual had like information. But through the game itself, like, no, you have like no information whatsoever. It's like things are just happening, and it's like, why are they happening? Like, why is my dude like just lying face down on the ground, and this like fucking not a hockey mask is hovering over me. Um but apparently the mask is supposed to be like some like ancient evil mask. Um who bonds with uh the main character of the game, whose name is Rick or Ricky or something. And so he can like fucking like buff up and beat up like monsters and stuff to save his girlfriend. So you're telling me bro is Jim Carrey? No, what I'm telling you is that Jim Carrey is Splatterhouse dude. Actually, I don't know what came first, Splatterhouse or the Mask comic book. I'm gonna look that up. When did the Mask comic book come out? All right. The Mask comic book came out. Um, okay. There's a debate on that. It seems because I think while he made like like previous appearances, but it was like it wasn't like an official thing. Hold on. Okay. All right, I'm gonna read this really quick. It says the base concept of the mask was created by Mike Richardson on February 5th, 1982. It first saw life as a single sketch he drew in 1985. After starting Dark Horse Comics, Richardson pitched his concept to Marvel Comics. The outcome was The Mask, which was spelled Masque, that ran in the early issues of Dark Horse Presents. Badger strips became increasingly political, and Richardson ended the strip to bring the character back to his original concept. Um, let's see. Then, okay. After Chris Warner was hired to revamp the character based on Richardson's original drawing and created the definitive look of the character, this new look was launched in 1989 in the pages of Dark Horse's Mayhem anthology. The mass stories from Mayhem number 1 through 4 were later collected in 19. Okay, so yeah. All right. So okay, so basically no, the mask totally ripped off of not really ripped off of Splatterhouse, but it came after. So um it's just, you know what? It's one of those things where sometimes there's a thing that happens, right? Like there happens to be two things that happen at the same fucking time, and they seem to be like like someone ripped off of someone else, but it's like no, it's just somehow it's just pure fucking coincidence that somehow around the same time we had, the Mask that would end up being, a Jim Carrey movie, and and then Splatterhouse, like with kind of like, I mean their only common ground is that they have like an ancient evil mask. um and that's kind of where the similarities end, but just the fact that around the same fucking time you had two properties that featured a fucking ancient evil mask that enhanced the person wearing it. So yeah. um But anyways, yeah, so that's supposed to be the deal with Splatterhouse. So like so Ancient Evil Mask that gives them powers that they use to protect their love interest, little more than just there's a mask. Um yes, yes, yes. But how they go about it is quite different. But also, I don't know the initial stories of the mask when that originally came out. And I barely remember how the comic was, except that like I remember in the comic, like the mask comic is like really fucking dark. Like it is really fucking dark and like fucked up. Like I would like to see that version of the mask. Because to be honest, like I know, like I don't know, I feel like when it comes to Jim Carrey's The Mask, I don't feel like people are as nostalgic about it as they may have been closer to that time. Like you want The Mask if it was made by the guy that did Deadpool. Um Basically, yeah. Yeah, but darker. And just like, kind of twisted and stuff. But essentially, yeah, that's the idea. But yeah, no, but the Mask movie, to be honest, I never really cared for it. Like I saw it the one time, and I don't know, it didn't really like do anything for me. And I don't know, that was like kind of around the time period um um where like where Jim Carrey like started getting like really big after doing, a couple movies. And I really liked a couple of, like, what's funny with Jim Carrey is that there's only like a few Jim Carrey movies that I like. There's a lot of Jim Carrey movies that's like I don't really care for, or like maybe I saw it and it was okay. But it, I think the only like Jim Carrey movies that I've ever like really 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 liked was the first Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber. Like that's it. Hold on, I got a message. So, but I think there were other Jim Carrey movies I think I watched and I like, but yeah, I don't know. That was around the time where like he like where he just like blew the fuck up. He did Ace Ventura. He did a couple Ace Venturas. He did Dumb and Dumber. And then he ends up like doing The Mask and the Cable Guy. He was the Riddler. And like motherfuckers just been on top since. I think other movies that I liked, I think fuck, I don't remember the name, the fucking movie where I think he it's been such a long time since I've seen it, but it's a movie where he was a cop, and he, I don't know, like something happened and like he snapped, like he was a cop who was like a little bitch, and then I don't know, like something happened where he just like snapped or something, and um like he just started defending himself and giving other people shit, like literally. I like that one. I don't remember what it's called though, but I like that one. Also, and then he had a movie called Yes Man. I thought that one was all right. I think Liar Liar was okay too. Like quite confusing. Truman Show. Truman Show to me was like okay. It's like it was like same thing like The Mask, where it's like I saw it once and it's like I don't really care for it. I didn't really care for The Grinch either. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is good. Um, oh, he was in the second Kick-Ass movie. He was really cool in that, despite the fact that he did not like his role in that. And he wouldn't really like promote it. Um, and yeah, yeah. And then oh yeah, duh. And then also he was in the fucking Sonic movies, which he's fucking great in. He is fucking great in those movies. So he I remember oh yeah, he did Bruce Almighty. I wasn't too crazy about that one either. So yeah, I feel like Jim Carrey when it comes to his movies for me is like they're very like hit or miss. Like I either like it or it's just like I don't care. Like it wasn't bad. Maybe it was all right, but I'm not going to watch it again. If it's fucking Ace Ventura or like, Dumb and Dumber or the Sonic movies, like yeah, I'll watch that shit again. So, but anyways, before we got sidetracked with Jim Carrey's career, but basically, yeah. So I played the very first Splatterhouse for the first time. It was the first time playing any of the Splatterhouses. So and the fact that it was the arcade version, and I actually did not recall like ever seeing an arcade version of Splatterhouse like ever in my life. I'm pretty positive. I could be wrong, but no, I'm fairly certain. Like I don't think I've ever seen a Splatterhouse arcade. Because I did not think there was ever like a Splatterhouse arcade. Um, I knew there was a Splatterhouse for TurboGrafx 16 because that was like one of the games that they were pushing when TurboGrafx 16 came out. Um, and then the subsequent sequels ended up coming out for like Sega Genesis. They didn't even come out for arcade. So, but yeah, the story for the first game is um because I had to again I had to look this up because if you try to use the game to tell you the story, all you see is you see like there's a man and a woman who on a rainy night like go into this mansion, this huge ass mansion. From the outside, like you hear like the girl scream, and then you start the game, and the game starts with the dude like he's just lying face down because he's supposed to be dead. um, which you can only assume at that point if you don't know, and the evil ancient hockey mask because what if what if hockey was like an ancient evil sport or something like in that universe. um but anyways, the ancient evil hockey mask, I'm sorry, the ancient evil, not a hockey mask. Um, you see it like it's like floating above his body, and then decides to like just all of a sudden you just see the mask like go on him. There's no dialogue or anything. And then after that, it's just game. It's just all game. You make it to there's one level where you make it to your girlfriend, but apparently like your girlfriend was turned into like a monster. And oh, Milan Steph, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. So but yeah, she's been turned into a monster and you have to like fight her. And you're like you're forced to kill her. I think I'm not positive. Um but like cuz during the fight like you'll hit like her monster form and then like for a moment she turns into like a human. um and then but then I don't like try to attack her or anything, and then but then she turns into a monster again, and then she turns into a human again, and then she turns into a monster again. So I'm not, so then I was thinking like, okay, it might be one of those things where like if she turn when she turns back into a human, like to beat her, like I probably have to like kill her as a human, and I think that's what ended up happening. Because she turned to human form and I went to I was still mashing buttons, but it's like it was still like hard to tell if that was the reason why, or I just have to beat her after like three transformations. Like I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so the girlfriend ends up dying. um and and yeah, so then you play the rest of the game, and you kill, I don't know, whatever fucker at the end. um I think the house blows up or whatever, and I don't know, like I think you end up giving up the mask or something. um so now so then I went to go look up like what the story is supposed to be. And apparently the story of Splatterhouse um is the two main characters. The guy, his name is, I think his name is like Rick or Ricky, something like that. And his girlfriend is Jennifer. And apparently they're like they're like parapsychologists or something. And they go to this mansion that was once a home for like some type of like mad doctor or some shit, and just did shady ass experiments with supernatural shit or some bullshit, whatever. But apparently they both go into this mansion, and she's taken away and the dude is killed. The ancient evil mask, why was it there? I don't know, but for reasons, was like, hey bitch, if you put me on, you'll come back to life, you'll be like super strong and shit, and we will save your girl. And dude was like, all right, sure, I'm down. And yeah, and that's what ended up happening. But at the end of the first game though, like he does lose the mask. And I assume that like that it maybe it's more like a deal type thing, where it's like they were making a deal, which I was like, hey, you put me on and we can save your girlfriend. um but like if part of the deal was like, oh, we would save my girlfriend, then the ancient evil, not a hockey mask, um did not fulfill that part of the deal. So so I think that's why, like, he was able to like take it off and get rid of it by the end. um but then we have sequels, and we'll find out the deal with those sequels at another time, even though I did read up on it. So I could tell you now, just in case like I happen to play it and maybe you're not around. But like the second game story is supposed to be about like I think the mask like is like, I think like sending him like thoughts or something that's like, hey, like we can actually still save your girl, we just have to like go to hell or some shit, and or whatever place, like, like dead people are in, and get her that way. And he was like, okay, sure, I'm down with that. And that's what happened. So he's able to get his girl back and everything. um and I think he still, apparently he still removes the mask, but he still keeps it, but he doesn't like use it again because he doesn't really have like a reason to. And then the third game is supposed to take place like years later, and him and his girlfriend have like a kid, and the girl, the wife, now the wife and the kid, like they get kidnapped, and now, like, he needs to put on the mask again to save them. But apparently there's the game has like multiple endings depending on, I think, how quickly you beat the game. I don't know if there's like any other requirements. um but yeah, but yeah. um and then that's basically it with the Splatterhouse games for the most part. Like, it's one of those series, like so many series from back in the day, where they only existed during a particular console generation, where they just did not exceed that generation. Or if they did, it was like years later. It's like Streets of Rage. Like Streets of Rage is a good example, like, where it's like you have this series that seems to be like really really fucking popular with people, and yet, like, all three Streets of Rage games only came out for the Sega Genesis, and then that's it. They like never fucking tried again to give you a new Streets of Rage game until Streets of Rage 4, like, a few years ago. And the same thing would kind of end up happening to Splatterhouse. Because I do remember. I remember in 2010, 12ish, something. Um Hold on. I gotta send a message. Um well, so same messages. Can I see the menu? But yeah, so this I remember it because it came out for like the 360 PS3. But again, it's like I never played it, and I don't think it got good reviews or anything. But like, I never played it. I know it exists, but I never played it. All right, hold on. Sending messages. Okay, sorry. Figure out dinner. Um, or kind of. Anyways, um, but yeah, yeah. I don't think it did that good, and then that was that for the franchise. So I very much doubt Splatterhouse is gonna come back in any way. I could be wrong. You never know, but I really doubt. Especially because like Namco is like hyper focused on like making certain type of games, and I don't think making like action games, you know, especially like violent dark action games, is like necessarily in their wheelhouse right now. Um it would be really cool though if like they would make him a guest character in a fucking Tekken. Like we have like fucking Final Fantasy characters in a fucking Tekken. Like we could put this motherfucker in a Tekken. So yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that was my experience with Splatterhouse. Um so other than that, I did have a good day today. I ended up salvaging my Valentine's Day cuz um what ended up happening was after all that shit went down from, you know, what I told you the other day. um uh Earlier this week, I think it was like Thursday, actually. It was like Wednesday or Thursday. Um and hold on, messaging. You might need to heat this up. Okay. Um oh, let me find out this fucker's coming for sure. All right, are you going for sure? I can let her know. Okay. Sorry, I have plans. I actually have to leave in like an hour. I meant to already start playing Silent Hill too, but Splatterhouse and stuff. Anyways, no, we got that one dude that followed me, but I don't know who the fuck he is. Like, figured he would say like hi or something, but I bet you it's gonna be like one of those people who he's gonna message me and he's gonna like try to strike up like a conversation with me and like, you know, ask me stuff about gaming and things like that. And then there's gonna be like, hey, so I noticed that like you don't have like any type of like fucking art at all. Like I can, and it's like, no, I am not interested in your wares. I can get that shit for free. And I still don't do it. So um but anyways, yeah, so like I think it was on Thursday. I went to the conveni, which is what convenience stores are called. And there's one right next to me, with this lady who like usually takes the when I see her there, like she usually takes the time to like talk to me and stuff. And you know, it's been like that for like some time, like at least maybe like the last like year and a half or something. And like she's always wanted to like make plans to like, I don't know, hang out or do whatever, but our schedules don't quite align. And I think she has like personal stuff that kind of prevents her from like being able to like readily go out and stuff. And today, like, I kind of like found out more about that, but I won't go over it. But anyways, so yeah, so we're talking and stuff, and I was just like, because you know we've been trying to make time to like hang out and stuff, and I was just like, hey, like, are you doing anything on Saturday? And she was like, no, and so I was like, you know, like, want to just, I don't know, go out for lunch or something. Um, and she was like, oh, like, okay. Um, so yeah, I did manage to meet her today. We went out for lunch. You know, had a nice lunch and talk and stuff. And yeah, yeah. So I was able to salvage my Valentine's because fuck that other person. um But yeah, no, I thought it went like really well, and hopefully like she'll want to like hang out again or something. So yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks. Um, but yeah, that's where I came from. And then tonight, I'm hanging out with some friends. So I gotta actually I have to leave like in about an hour. So hold on, I got messages. Oh, that's weird. How come it says like I have messages but I don't? Okay, I don't understand that. But anyways, yeah. So, let me go ahead and um, boot up some Silent Hill 2. We're not gonna get very far because we made it to the prison, and the prison is supposed to be one of those long areas. So I don't expect to finish it. I would have wanted to whenever I was ready to stream and to play it and to finish it in one go. But I'm not gonna have that kind of time. Let me bring up the guide really quick. In case like I get stuck or something. But I should be about I think I'm like halfway through the game. If I'm not mistaken. So, all right. So yeah. So let's play for the next little bit. A little something's better than nothing, and then try to come back tomorrow and play some more. So yeah, so we made it to the prison by way of the museum because this dude is like, hey, there's a big dark hole in the ground. Let's just jump in it. Let's just jump right in because what could possibly go wrong? And apparently nothing. Nothing goes wrong. He just jumps in and you know like whatever. Like this is the last place that I would think jumping in a big dark hole would be fine. Like would be acceptable. Like you have nothing to worry about. It's just a big dark hole. Don't be a little bitch. Oh, I didn't realize I could turn on and off my light. I think it only matters because like I think if you have your light on, like I think it attracts the monsters or something. Not that like it really matters. And then I don't think I have a map yet. No, I don't have a map. Hearing the sounds. What the fuck? And get bullets. That's good because we kind of need some bullets. wax though? Maybe I should kill that one monster just in case like these gates open later and he just kind of decides to come out. He wants to harass me later. I don't want to take any chances. Is there a monster here too? Or somewhere? He keeps looking over there. Oh, what the fuck is this? It's the... must be the courtyard or something. This also seems like a great spot for a boss battle. It's a great spot for a boss battle, I said. Or never mind. I was wrong. I give you blood to atone for the 3 sins. Oh, okay. So, that must be what... because I picked up a tablet, so it must be what that's for. Fucking fell. It's like, because the camera's all weird, there you go. Does that hurt him in any way? No, it doesn't. Maybe on harder difficulties it does. There's a lot of open areas and like open doors and stuff in this place. Normally, like, everything is locked. Okay. Like that. What? Heard someone say something. Sounds like saying betrayal. Oh, it's unlocked. There's a ladder on the other side. I'm assuming I'm gonna need that. Oh, there's a person. Oh, I found a map. Awesome. Because I didn't like just randomly like fucking walking around. Oh, okay. I basically like went in a huge circle and I didn't realize. Um okay. So is this prison just the one floor? I hope it's the one floor. There's a lot of I mean, might not be too many places. Let me see. Yeah, no. It might just be the one floor, which I guess is good. Oh, I got more messages to do. Okay, I will let her know. Um, uh, alrighty. Okay, so, alright, because I was cafeteria down there. Where else should I be trying to go here? There are stairs, so it might not it might be more than one floor. Oh, he's looking at something. Okay. I'm really glad that for this game, like whenever you pass something that can be picked up, um like he stares in its direction, because otherwise like it's so dark like you don't notice, and they probably knew that. Okay, this is the cafeteria. All right, so I can't go through there. Let me go back here. Okay, good, you're still dead. Sometimes they're not dead. And that's locked there too. Okay, good, you're still dead too. And that's locked also. Alright, so there's nothing I can do on this side. Alright, so now I'll go back to the other side. There's nothing I can do. There's something here because the camera's set. There we go. Oh, did you see the Sony State of Play? Yesterday? Can't get the door open. Can't get the door open. Which is weird. I've never seen him say that before. Oh, okay. Got another one of those tablets. There's a shower here, but it's broken and no water comes out. Oh, guess I won't be taking that shower. So I guess that's all that was here. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that's 2 tablets that I got. Wait, was I here before? No, I was here before. That's up too. Oh. Shows I could go both those ways. Oh, okay. That's because I was this way. Alright, got a lighter. There's something written on here. I can't read it. Knock on the door, but there's no answer. Why would you fucking... Oh, there's a safe spot. Right above the urinal. I still have some time to play. Oh, that's actually open. I'll go through there. Check over here. Shit, I didn't notice what I just picked up. Alright, didn't seem to be anything new, so... Oh, I didn't mean to go on rifle shells. Fog-bound November day in 1918, the Little Baroness, a ship filled with tourists, failed to return to port. A newspaper article from back then simply says it most likely sunk for some reason. Yeah, that is some expert fucking analysis there. Like, if it sunk, it definitely sunk for, you know, a reason. There was a reason why it sunk. So, yeah, that's it. Anyways, despite an extensive police search, not a single fragment of the ship, nor any of the 14 bodies of passengers or crew, has ever been recovered to this day. Well, yeah, because, you know, for some reason they couldn't recover them. So, you know, it's like these things happen. Like, sometimes you're just, you know, you're just living your life, and for some reason things just happen. You know, it's just, you know, it's just a fact of life. In 1939, an evil stranger, and I'm like evil stranger. In 1939, an even stranger incident occurred for some reason. There are many pages torn out, for some reason. Many corpses rest at the bottom of this lake. Their bony hands reach up towards the boats that pass overhead. Perhaps they reach for their comrades. Okay. That was interesting. Oops, did not mean to do that. No, I don't want to read. Oh, I got a hunting rifle. Because, like, I keep getting, like, rifle shells, but, like, no hunting rifle to go with it. Which I always find funny that they do that in games sometimes, where it's like, they give you ammo, especially, like, in survival horror games, they do this. Because I think this has happened in, like, Resident Evil and stuff, where, especially, like, the older ones, where you'll get, ammo for, like, guns that you don't have. And then you're like, fuck, did I miss the chance to get it? Because I think that's what happened to me in the first in the first Silent Hill where like I was getting shotgun shells and I'm like, wait a minute. Did I miss the chance to get a shotgun? And apparently I did. Like I looked it up and I did. So I went back to go get the shotgun. But yeah, but it's still it's funny to get like ammo for things that like you don't have yet, and then it's like fuck, am I am I supposed to have it now or do I find it later? It's like please give me the ammo after I find the thing, because if you give me the ammo before I'm supposed to find the thing, I'm gonna think like I'm supposed to like I'm supposed to have the thing now. Damn, that's like door like looks all fancy and shit. And I thought like it was gonna be a thing, and I was like, nah. There's a cover on the ground, but I can't open it. There's only a depression left where there was probably once a handle. Okay, so I gotta try to find a handle now. Oh shit. Where the fuck am I supposed to go now? Wait, there's a door here. Hold on. You can barely fucking tell there's a door because the camera sucks. Oh, well, never mind. Doesn't fucking matter. Alright, is there anywhere else I can fucking go? Or maybe I already have the thing. Maybe I have the thing, because I don't see anywhere else that I can go. Unless like I missed something. Do I have something for that thing on the ground? Alright, let's look at my items. I have a lighter, but I don't think I could use that for anything. Wait a minute. I mean, I don't know what this is gonna do, but no. Like, I wasn't sure. Like, I'm like, what if I melt the wax? Will it magically make a handle? All right, let me see what I'm supposed to do next, because I don't see what the fuck I'm supposed to do next. All right. So I got the map of the prison. I got the tablet of seductress. I got the wax doll. Oh, I missed the tablet of oppression. Where the fuck was that? Enter the 7th cell down the block. Oh, there was a cell. All right. So in one of the areas with the cell, with the cells, there's the thing that I need. I think some of these, like, you can actually open. Oh, you know what? Because there was... Alright. Because there was... Fucking camera. I hate this fucking era of fucking cameras and shit. He starts looking away. Alright, maybe these can open. Or maybe not. Because here was where I found the wax doll. Alright, so I think it's the other cell block. Because I remember, like, I was running down and then he was, like, looking towards the other direction, but, like, the doors were closed. And I just assumed, like, they were just locked. But they may not all be locked. There you go. For some reason my radio's going off. The iron bar is tightly closed. Oh. Okay. It says you can't force it open. Oh. Okay. I guess they just wanted me to freak out or some shit. Alright, so now I have all the tablets, so I'm gonna assume that I'm supposed to go to this shit. That I'm just gonna assume that's gonna be the case. So let's do that. Let's do that. Does the order matter? Is there an order? It's possible the order might matter. Okay. I give you blood to atone for 3 cents. Oh, okay. So I guess maybe it didn't matter? Because it wouldn't let me take the tablets back. Alright, so now what? There was a weird scream. I thought like maybe the game killed me or something because I fucked up. Alright, so I'm supposed to get out. Oh, there's a horseshoe at the door for some weird ass reason. Alright, and then I think I'm supposed to go back to the other side of here. Okay. And then what am I supposed to do here? Oh, where I knocked on the door, like something was supposed to happen. So let me... I think it was there. Where was it? Oh no, I think it's on the other side. No, that was the other side. Damn it, motherfucker. No, it's just that thing. You got to like something supposed to happen. Oh shit. The fuck? Okay. And then what should I be doing? Alright, and the floor ahead is a rusty white escape hatch, but the handle is missing, so it cannot be opened. There is no other escape from the prison, so this thing is your only chance. Check your inventory for items you can use, and you might require a little imagination. Oh, okay. Wait, am I going the wrong way? Can't tell. It's hard to tell. Okay, no. Okay, so now what I'm supposed to do is... Oh, I did not mean to do that. Motherfucker. Maybe I gotta be like next to it. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, now it worked. Will you jump in? Will we jump down another dark hole? Well, yeah, because, you know, nothing bad's gonna happen. Wait, what? It said something else. As I approach the door, I get a whiff of some rotten smell coming from inside. Okay. Oh, alright. Did that just move, or was it my imagination? It was totally your imagination, dude. Nope, got another... There's a hole in the floor, can't see the bottom. How far does this thing go? Well, you know, there's only one way to find out. Jim, just, you know, jump right in. I mean, that's what you've been doing this whole time. It's worked out well each and every single time. And there seems to be a weird shrieking sound. Is this another fucking hole? Another hole? Do I really have to drop through it? You've done it like 4 fucking times already. Like, why are you complaining now? Okay? It's time to be a little bitch about it. Alright? Looking at something. There's stuff in here. It's a first aid kit. Rifle shells. Shotgun shells. This game's giving me a lot of stuff. I wonder why. Did I miss anything else up there, though? Before I went into... No, I didn't miss anything else. So, alright. This guy is, I kind of notice that he's going down a lot. Like, because to start getting here, I had to go down, like, a really long tunnel. Like a steep tunnel. And then motherfucker has jumped down into things, like, 5 times. And now he's taking an elevator. Alright, there's only 2 things that this is leading to. Either hell or China. Oh, there's a safe spot. So, all right. So I think I'm going to stop here. Yeah, even though I didn't get to play as long, but like I thought the prison was going to take me longer. I did not think it was going to be like as short as it was. But I think the next area I'm supposed to do, I think that's supposed to be a long one. And I think with that one I might actually need a guide for it, because I think if I remember correctly, I think the next area is supposed to be like a pain in the ass to get through. But other than that, but it's supposed to be like a pretty long area. So this one, so this place like might take me a bit to get through. So maybe if I can come on tomorrow and come on at an early enough time, I can go and maybe just like one shot this place and get it out of the way. You know, we're at this point, like we're definitely more than halfway through the game. I want to say, like we're definitely more than halfway through. So, um, I don't know. Yeah, that's basically that. But yeah, I really have to go, and I should start getting ready to go. So I could get to my friends at a decent time, and you know, safe spot happened to be right here, and it's like I could start the place, but I don't know, might be best to um you know, do it when I'm ready. But anyways, um yeah, like I said, like when I'm ready and I have more time. I definitely don't have time now. So yeah, so I'll do my best to try to be on tomorrow. As far as my rest of the week schedule, I should be able to hop on Monday. I'll be busy Tuesday. I should come back on Wednesday. I'll be busy Thursday. I should be free Friday. I might be busy Saturday. I might come on the following Sunday. And yeah, so that's my schedule for the week. I'll know more when we get closer. So, but yeah, thank you, Charismatic Canine, for tuning in and chatting a bit. It was a good chat about Splatterhouse and Jim Carrey's career and shit. And yeah, hopefully, yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Um, and I'll see you then. So, all right, dude. You have a good day, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. So, all right, later.